Hello guys, so let's get started with creating our own chatbot. So first of all, let me just go over a little bit of what we are creating. This is it. This is the thing that we are creating. So let me just say hello. And this takes a little bit time the first time. So it says, the bot says, good to see you again. And then I ask, what can you do? It says offering support for adverse drug reaction blood pressure. I say, what is my blood pressure? It says navigating to blood pressure module, and then I say thank you. It says happy to help. I say bye. I say okay, bye. It says have a nice day. So as you can see here, this is a chatbot, but this is a pretty linear conversation, directed conversation, and we'll see why that is in just a minute. And before we start, I'd like to say this is a pretty basic tutorial. So I also just got this from a website. I'll have a link in the description below. While I was searching for some data to do this, and it seems pretty good to me. So here we are. Anyway, so if you have basic knowledge of Python or just any programming language, you'll understand how it works. You'll get an idea of how we create chatbots. So let's get started. Okay, so first let's see what kind of chatbot we are creating. First we have retrieval. How do we pronounce this? I'll just say retrieval. First we have retrieval based chatbots, and then we have generative based chatbots. So in retrieval based chatbots, what we have is an input is mapped to an output. So it's like the model is trained on thousands and thousands of data, thousands of statements and their responses, and then we have that is called retrieval based, and then we have generative based. And the difference is in generative based we use this sequence to sequence model, and this generative based model can create its own output. The machine can frame and generate its own sentences, but in this retrieval based, the sentences are chosen from a predefined training set or data set. So now as you can see here, this is, and you cannot see, but this is what we are creating is a retrieval based chatbot. All right, so usually most of the time retrieval based chatbots are used where a conversation is directed towards one thing, like in healthcare or support of a software, that kind of stuff. But if you have a generic chatbot like Siri or what is Google's one called, I know, like Siri or Alexa, then you will have to make generative based chatbot because it is not directed to a specific result. All right, so we are making retrieval based chatbots. Okay, now these are the chapters that will be going through. Now I'll not cover the chapters here because it'll be too boring. So instead I'll just jump into code now, and we'll see which part of this we are doing. So first of all, we are doing the preparing data part. Okay, so let's get started with the code. Okay, now this is the data that we will be using to train our model. So as you can see here, we have a tag that says greeting, which can be considered as a class. This is a greeting class. So in this greeting class, we have the following patterns. It says, hi there, how are you, is anyone there, hey hola, all these things are greeting. Now if we have any kind of pattern that our machine learning algorithm or that our AI deems as a greeting, then one of the following responses will be selected. So it's not necessarily that we have to write hi there, how are you, is anyone there, or something like that. Whatever we write, we can say hey, how are you, yeah, something, and we can combine these two, hey, hello, or some whatever we write. And if our AI considered that to be a greeting, it will be responding with the following, one of the following things. So because we are creating a retrieval based chatbot, not a generative based. All right, generative chatbots could generate their own sentences, although that is could be messy, but they can generate their own sentences. All right, now as you can see here, we have tag, we have pattern, we have responses. So we have a set of these things, and we don't have much. We have, I don't know, around 20 or so, but in real life you will have thousands and thousands of this data. Okay, so this is the data that we'll be using for training. Now let's just jump into code. Before that, we have a, yeah, I forgot this. There is this prerequisites. You'll have to install TensorFlow, Keras, Pickle, and LNTK. So where you can, these are easily available through PIP. If you are using Python, you can just write this, use this command to install the following libraries or packages. All right, so I already have these installed, but if you want, we do it something like this: pip install TensorFlow. I'll just do TensorFlow here because all the rests are already installed, and this is also installed. But you know, just to give you an idea, you can go to your command prompt and do, or terminal, and do pip install TensorFlow. Similarly, Keras, Pickle, and NLTK. Once you have this installed, here we are. Now we will be preparing our data. All right, this is the first part. We'll be reading and preparing the data. So, okay, we'll close this. Let's say create a new file, and we'll call this. Okay, it's just created. No need to call this. So first, we'll just import the libraries that we have created. So we'll just do the importing stuff here. Now I can do this one by one when required, but let's just do it in the beginning. Let's just import all the stuff, even though we will not use them immediately. NLTK from NLTK dot stem import word net lematizer. Let me just save this so that it does proper formatting. I'll say this trainbot.py. Okay, so now I'm just importing stuff. This is nothing fancy. I'll say import pickle. Yeah, let's just do this much for now. Actually, we'll be just using this immediately. We'll go import other stuff as we move on. So first, let's create our lists here. We'll store all the words, lemmatized words here. Now we will go into what lemmatized words are in just a while. So we create words and classes and documents. This documents will store a word with my bad, it will store an intent with its, a pattern with its tag, not intent. There's pattern and responses, a pattern with its tag, and ignore words. Now what kind of words do we want to ignore? Let's say we'll just ignore punctuations like question mark, comma, exclamation, comma. Yeah, this is fine. Or you can do whatever, full stops. So if you ignore some words, it can be a little faster. And now let's open our data file. Finally, doing some coding now. So to open our data file, we can just say open, what is the name? It's intents.json, and then we read it. And in our intents, we can go json.loads data file. It's because our intents is a JSON file, so we can just do json.loads and access all these inner values. All right, so now this is converted to a dictionary. This intent is a dictionary, and we can go for intent in intents. What is this for intent in intents? So in this files intents key, we are looping through everything. So what this means is, this is the file, this is the JSON file, and when within this key we have this, we have this. So we are looping through all these objects, this one, this second, this is the third. So we are looking through all these things here. Okay, so let's just print intent so you get an idea of what we are looking through. Let's go here. Okay, now where are we? Okay, so we can go and do Python and run our trainbot.py. As you can see here, each intent is printed. So this is the first intent tag, each object. So this is printed, and then this is printed. Similarly, all of these are printed one by one. Okay. So yeah, now printing is done, but we didn't actually need that. I just did it so that you can get an idea of what we are doing. Now, once we have this, what we want to do is we want to loop through these things, these patterns. Hi there, how are you? This kind of stuff. So what will we do to loop through that? We also go for a single pattern in all the available patterns. What do? We want to tokenize each word. Now, tokenize here. Tokenize here. Now, what is tokenization? Let's do it, and then we'll print it, and we'll see what tokenization is. Okay. So we have, yeah, nltk dot word tokenize, and here we pass a pattern, and let's just display the current token. Token is dot format w. All right, and then we'll let's start extend. In our words, we'll add this tokenized words, and in our documents we will append. What do we append? We append a tuple that has the current tokenized words and intent tag. What is tag? This is the tag. So this is the class. So what we are doing is we are looping through all these available patterns, this pattern, this pattern, this pattern, and we are saving each pattern with its class. Okay, so each pattern with its class is here, and each pattern tokenized is here. All right, so let's just run this and see what token is. Okay, Python trainbot.py. Okay, key error patterns, pattern patterns pattern. Patterns. What's wrong here then? In which on line 14, what do we have in line 14 for pattern in intents? Okay, this is not intents, this is just intent because this is what we are using here. Okay, now let's run this. Pattern. Okay, I'm messing up so bad. Pattern. My apologies for this, guys. Please bear with me. Dict object is not callable. Documents is not callable. Why is that? I'm just appending here. What is wrong? Okay. This is it was not callable because it's not a function. I'm doing so many mistakes. It happens, guys, it happens. Okay, token is now, what did we mess up again? Token is dot format w. Okay, again, we need this so that this word is filled here. Where did it go? Okay, I'll bet this will work now. Okay, finally. Finally, my apologies for all these problems. So, as you can see here, now we are looping through all these things, and this hi there is converted to hi, comma there. How are you? Is converted to how, comma are, comma you. Is anyone there is converted to is, comma anyone, comma there, comma this, and then all these things are converted to their tokens. And this, so what can we know here is this tokenization actually converts each word, separates each words, or it converts each sentence to its tokens. And tokens is like the smallest part of any pattern, or in programming, if you know what tokens are, it's the same thing. It's the smallest unit. That makes sense. All right, so we have our tokens, and this is a token, this is a token, these three are the tokens in this sentence. These, there are 4 tokens here. So now all the words we put in our this words dictionary, all right, words list, and in documents we append that tokenized sentence with its class. All right, so now if we get out of our for loop and we print the final words list is comma, this is what this is the final words list after all the patterns are tokenized in all the intents. All right, final lists, and docs are, and here we just print documents. So if we do this again, now we will have the data that we'll be working with, this words and documents. Okay, now it's pretty messed up. As you can see here, we are already doing this. We have so much words and whatever this data is. So as you can see, our words list is hi there, how are you, is anyone there, hello, hey, hola, good. So all these things, there are all the words, all the sentences are tokenized here. All these patterns are tokenized. All right, so why we are doing this is, we'll get there, but why we are doing this is, we will convert, we have this list, right? Now when we are analyzing a sentence, what we do is, which of these words are being used. So is hi being hi there in the sentence, is provide in the sentence, is help in the sentence. So using this, we our model will judge which of the following classes, that is greeting or goodbye or tags, or sorry, thanks, which of the following classes our sentence fits in. So this is the word list, and our docs are, if there is hi and there, then it is a greeting. If it is how and are and you is there, it is a greeting. So this is our training data. If the pattern contains is or anyone or there, or these 4 things, there, that is a greeting. So this is why we are converting our this JSON data into this format. All right, so we now have words and form documents. Now we will do some more pre-processing that is necessary before we start training our model. Okay, now one more thing I forgot. We have this hi comma there, it is a greeting. How comma r comma u is also a greeting, and what support is offered is options. So where do we actually have our classes stored? We made the variable, but we have not made the classes here. So what we can do is, now we need to set these things, these tags, greeting, goodbye, thanks, as our class. So while reading the tag here, what we can do is just add the tag to classes list. All right, so it's just if intent tag not in classes, we just append it to our classes. That's all. Okay, append is a function here, and we'll append this tag to our classes list. Okay, now finally we have our data ready. We have our words, we have our document list. Now we also have our classes. Classes are dot format classes. Right, let's run this again and see what our classes are. Now, as you can see, the classes are, we have all the sentences are classified into greetings, goodbye, thanks, options, adverse, drug, blood pressure search, pharmacy search, hospital search. Now, these are the classes of sentences that are, all the sentences will be classified into. Okay, so this is just a test, as you already know, and in real life we'll have thousands and thousands of these classes. Okay, so let's go on now.